boring.
So what'd you have for lunch?
Starch chicken.
Starch chicken. I care about your health. That's why I ask every day.
Oh, thanks.
Winter not very excited, but hopefully he'll be excited about the games we have today. We're gonna start with Team Rave versus Acion Arena. Is that how you say it? I normally just call them
Not
ACA.
sure. That's how I say it.
Okay, let's
Call them
okay, ACA AA. This is the last quarterfinal matchup. Up next, after this best of three, we'll have Execration versus Mineski, the winners of the first BO3. And then after that, we'll have Warrior Gaming versus the winner of the series. So, 3 best of 3 coming your way. Winter, who do you think is the stronger team between these two?
Not sure, honestly. Well, Rave should be the team that has more experience.
Okay.
I didn't watch a lot of Asian Arena's games, so I'm not 100% certain. Rave didn't do very well during the Manila the main qualifiers. So I don't know.
Neither did AA, right? Like they were in the qualifier, but they didn't seem to do too well either.
Didn't both of these teams finish last?
I think so. 10 seconds to go. So we are gonna see, I guess, two evenly skilled team maybe, but we're definitely gonna see some interesting games, some interesting C games.
Why do you like to say that all the time? Oh, C Dota, C game.
We are casting C Dota. I just want to remind the viewers. If we're casting NA Dota, I would just say we're gonna see some very interesting NA Dota games.
Wait, I'm checking if they're both last.
Alright, you do that. The bans are on the way.
Rave last, wait. The other team is also last. Yeah, no, 4th place actually, tied last.
Okay.
Angry.
So
it's, both of them last.
Angry. Alright, looks like A is going to start with a Darkseer pickup for the team. I think, was it yesterday or was it the day before we saw some amazing Darkseer play? I think yesterday, right? Johnny picked it for his team, and we saw some like sick vacuum into Sonic Wave combos. So hopefully we're gonna see some big plays coming out from the Darkseer as well.
I mean, it's a rather unusual opening. I don't think Darkseer is that flexible in terms of picking it first nowadays.
So when you're
not a fan.
When you're thinking more of a flexo opening, you think something like a Slaughter, right? Could go in the safe lane, could go in the off lane.
Yeah, I like Slaughter more. Or maybe even just open with a support.
Oh, that's exactly what Team Rave is going to do. They'll pick up Witch Doctor, which is apparently the most popular support in the C metagame. I've seen it just being first.
You know why it's actually being really good now? Do you know why?
Why is that?
What do you think? What's your opinion? Do you know why?
Maledict against Strength Heroes?
Yeah.
Good versus armor toggling, I guess.
It's pretty good versus that, and Cast is really good versus face rush heroes, all the strength heroes. Good in the lane as well.
Oh, okay. We're now gonna see the combo.
I was watching the Epicenter replay of Fnatic versus Complexity. Did you catch the game where they did some abuse with Axe?
No, what happened?
They picked Axe and Wyvern, and they dual jungle Axe and Wyvern. Because you can co-embrace the Axe and he still keeps spinning.
Oh, nice! And they had triple core?
Like,
triple
yeah, they
lanes?
had they had normal. It's a normal lineup. They had a Mirana off lane. Like it's a support hero, but he just like stayed there because they were doing dual jungle, and they had a Darkseer safe lane. They had Dragon Knight mid. So basically, the Axe he had. What they did was they jungled. They stacked like Axe was like 0-3-0. Axe had Iron Talon, and then they ferried out a Solve and a Tangle, whatever. And Wyvern gave some of his Tangles to the Axe, so they cleared one camp. So 0-50. 054, both of them pulled 2 camps in a row, in succession.
Okay.
And then they did the co-embrace and they cleared one side, and then they waited for minute 3, and then they did 2 camps again. And then they pulled the camp which is now like 3 camps, and then they cleared that stack. And then they just rinse repeat the whole process.
When did they stop doing that? When did they stop? When did they...
At minute 6, he had a Vanguard, Iron Talon, and Brown Boots.
Holy
And
crap.
then during during that time, whatever is happening, because the Mirana often can't really stand in the lane. So instead of roaming, he was stacking ancients.
So they
So
did that
so
with the
minutes,
ancients.
yeah, minute six there was like three ancient stacks of three or four, I can't remember. It was three probably. Then they came over with Vanguard, and he just cleared, and he was like at minute 7.5, he was almost like minute 8, he had like what 1900 gold and a Vanguard Talon and Brown Boots almost on dagger.
That sounds absolutely ridiculous.
And
I
the
want to watch
Wyvern
a
is like what
replay.
level 7 at that time,
Yeah,
so 6
I
or
want to
7.
watch that game now. It sounds absolutely
Holy
ridiculous.
shit, I'm like, what? How is this even a thing?
Well, it won't be a thing moving on because I'm sure teams are going to be aware of like warding
It
jungles.
was so, I was like, what is this BS?
Yeah, no, it's insane though, right?
It's actually so legit, the strat, because they were both farming so quickly, and the enemy team drafted IO, so they were like stacking as well, and then they tried to jack their stack as well because they could have done the same thing, but they lost the fight at the stack. But I'm just telling you, sharing you what I saw in the game.
Well, Winter, it's early for me, but you already made my day because that sounds like absolutely amazing stuff. Let's actually focus back here on the draft. We won't see a
And dude,
wyvern yet.
another thing I want to tell you, I
Okay.
saw Miracle. He was buying Dragonlance on melee heroes.
Oh, just for the stats. I heard that
Yeah,
too.
just for the stats.
I think I think that's a sign that the item might be too good, stat wise.
Players just haven't started noticing it. I know I've been talking about it every day,
Mm.
but it's legit good. 15 strength, 15 agility.
Do you think then the item might be too good for its stats and not for its actual purpose?
Yeah, too good. A little bit too good. Maybe if they increase the cost to
The recipe maybe add whatever.
maybe add a recipe. Maybe 200 gold, 300 gold. 200 gold sounds nice. Then it would be the same cost of an ultimate orb. Then I would feel that it's actually okay. This is fine.
It's kind of like the problem with the old drums, right? Where everyone bought it just because the stat was so good. All right, hey, we're gonna see a little bit of a difference here. Elder Titan, a kind of a very popular hero in the Epicenter land that's ongoing right now. Sometimes
Only a
for-
few teams play it though. It's not exactly. I wouldn't say popular, but it was like a pick that a few teams have been. EG have been using it.
well compared to the tournament before it, right? Like there has been
Yeah,
really
yeah.
few Elder Titans,
EG and OG are the two teams that use this hero a lot.
right? The only time I actually seen Elder Titan outside Epicenter was in the Manila qualifier. I think some NA teams were using it.
Oh, that was Shazam. Shazam beat DC with Elder Titan. Remember
Yep.
they 2-0'd them. They
Yep.
2-0'd them in the winner bracket final.
And it was a 4-position Elder Titan in that game.
Yep, I mean generally they pick you pick Elder Titan to counter stat heroes agility. So you remove all their agility, or you pair Elder Titan with heavy spell damage or heavy physical damage.
It
Those are
seems
the
like
things
this game they're mostly pairing it for the axe combo, right? Axe gets a call, you set up a stomp, or you just let your ultimate go.
It doesn't really matter with Axe though, since he's pure damage, I guess.
Yeah. Earth Splitter is gonna do quite a bit of damage this game.
Oh, his Axe is actually pretty useless, yeah, this hero. I remember his Axe being very underwhelming.
Adds disarm, correct?
Yeah,
And
it's,
more slow.
doesn't really matter so much. I would have preferred, the Aghanim's. It makes his spirit or something else better, like the Echo Storm or the spirit, like something else other than the ultimate better.
Yeah, that's a
Since-
new trend in the patching for Ice Rock, right? Just move away from the ultimate and move to
Yeah,
the
well,
other spells.
why does it have to be ultimate all the time? He can
I
be
mean,
something else.
That was the beginning trend, right? Think of the original like Zeus Ags and the Lena Ags. Yeah, I agree though. Have you actually, on a side tangent note, have you tried the Wyvern Axe yet in a game?
Nope. Wyvern X.
Yeah.
Nope.
It makes defending the
Arctic
base.
Burn. Yeah, you can have 24/7 Arctic Burn on
Yeah,
as long
it's
as you're mad.
actually absolutely hilarious for base defense. But all right, we talked a lot about Wyvern. Unfortunately, we're not gonna have Wyvern in this game. We are gonna have Queen of Pain. So AA is gonna have some huge wombo combo play. We're looking at Vacuum, Static Storm, Echo Slam into Sonic Wave. If the combination is there, AA could just team wipe easily.
I think we generally see a lot of Wyverns against Beastmaster. I think
Yeah.
that's like the counter. So people picked it against VM specifically. In other scenarios, I think you pick Wyvern against Chen. That was what happened a lot in the last patch. But since all those heroes are like, okay, Beastmaster is always banned most of the time. Chen is not very used anymore. So that's why I don't think we see much Wyvern anymore. But the hero
Basically,
is still pretty good.
good against the Zoo strats, right? Against like Lycan
The
and
Zoo strats. I mean,
yeah,
pushing strats, yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's literally a zoo. Like those heroes bring a lot of friends. All right, looks like A needs another carry, unless this is some next level Earthshaker carry, which I am down to see. But
Man, his Aghanims is like one of the clowniest Aghanims. It's like useless.
yeah, it's
Like
so funny.
seriously useless.
Is it useless? You think?
Well, not very useful. Not useless, but not very useful.
You think? I think it's like adding another force staff to your hero. How is that useless? But on a 5 second
Just
cooldown.
clowny. Dude, 4 stuff is 2.2k. Aghanims is 4k.
Yeah, but it makes you tankier, and it's a 5 second cooldown on force.
Damn, I'm gonna get Echo Saber plus 4 stuff. That's also 4,000 gold on Earthshaker. And I get roughly the same stats.
You know, the second hit of
Pretty
your
s-
Echo Saber doesn't
I,
do
I,
anything.
yeah, but whatever. I'm pretty sure that's still better than getting the Aghanims just for the 4 stuff.
All right, Winter is not a fan of jumps, which he's quite short, so I can understand. Slark is the final pick here. You think he's gonna be getting Echo Saber?
Yeah, that's the trend.
That is the trend. And then looks like Team Rave is looking for a mid hero. Puck is not in the pool. Invoker is though. I'm not sure if you want to pick it against this lineup. Interesting to see the Slark, by the way, as a final pickup against Elder Titan, because, like you mentioned earlier, he's gonna have a lot of high base armor, and well, he won't have it against Elder Titan.
Yeah, and he can disable you during Shadow Dance. So he's a pretty good hero versus Slug
Yeah,
in general. But they needed someone that had that, like you mentioned, a big carry. Slug is very good versus Juggernaut because he can't Omni Slash you.
sure.
So it's pretty good versus that. But I would say he's not so good versus Elder
Axe.
Titan and Axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two heroes can control him during Shadow Dance.
Looking for Faces Void. So yeah, a lot of
mid.
setup for AOE now.
Yeah, damn, like it's the era of the melee heroes. Axe, Elder Titan. Void is the carry? Is Void the carry? Yeah, I think Void is the carry.
Vanguard
I think
Radiance.
no, it doesn't
Echo
mean you have
Saber?
to do that build. I think whatever, like any build, like depending on situation. I'm a fan of the Manta Diffuser build.
Okay.
Midas Manta. Like sometimes the players get Midas. I think Midas on Void is pretty good because the attack speed is nice, and you want to get level 16 ASAP.
Wait, is there any interaction or synergy between Armlet and Time Walk on Faces Void?
Not sure, but sounds gimmicky.
Sounds dubious.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think Void this patch right now because of the buff he got for, I mean the change up for the bash damage, you do more damage so you're more reliable and the range of the time walk is a bit further, so you don't need to rely on the blink as much anymore. A lot of players still go blink, but I'm starting to see players starting to experiment Void without dagger and they just go for carry items.
Yeah, more damage oriented item. I think
Or
I'm more
just more
Bulldog. The other day went Echo Saber into some sort of random damage item. I remember
Diffuser, I
the...
think Diffuser is pretty good though on this guy.
Yeah, sure. I think maybe we're moving him away from the exclusive offlane
He's
initiate role
going
to
back to his old role.
yeah
He's going back to his old role. He's used to be
carry.
straight on a safe thing. Yeah, and where you go, what was the items last time? Just standard Mask of Madness carry items. Sometimes even Battle Fury. That was the old Void, the very old Void.
I like it though now that you have the option to do both. I think the offlane is still a bit more popular, but yeah, we're starting to see a little bit more of the carry build.
Yeah, I think that it will actually get more attention in the safe lane though. I think he has much more potential. I could be wrong because it's still new.
Mhm.
But it feels like he has a lot more potential on the safe lane now because he's more than a setup right now. He's more than a setup. He can be played as the DPS hero. And he's a very strong DPS hero because of the way the hero works. BKB piercing, disable, you have bash, and your you're rather tanky with your time walk. If you have a lot of items and you keep using time walk in the fights, you can actually soak up a lot of damage.
Yeah, in this particular game, obviously it's a great setup for the Witch Doctor ultimate when you catch them in, as well as for Elder Titan's spells. Looks like we're gonna see a lot of TPs coming in here, and MB already getting ready to
Wait.
drop a couple wards.
I thought he's the support of the team, so apparently not anymore. They lost and then they changed roles, or he was on this role. Do you cast any of their games?
Nope, I did not.
During the hub?
I
I
did
didn't
not.
even realize they changed roles.
Oh.
It was, I think, the other guy. I can't remember who was the carry. I mean, the core player. It's either Derp or Rappy. One of them was the core before this. And MB was the support. But right now, he TP'd down, he plays a ward, so he's gonna spot out the Darkseer coming in to place wards. Darkseer has a sentry.
Now, in terms of the laning situation, does Rave want a standard tri-lane versus off-lane, or do they want maybe even consider going offensive themselves here?
Probably dual lanes, I think. Elder Titan plus Axe. I'm not sure how strong is this dual lane. In the past, Witch Doctor plus Axe was pretty good. But I am expecting the Witch Doctor to go back to the safe lane. Oh, they're gonna try to grab both the runes for Rave.
Well, it's basically a 1v1 on the bottom. Queen of Pain is racing down. I don't think she'll make it in time, so in theory, Rave could get both runes. Looks like Darkseer able to jack the one under the Void, but they
He
get it.
salvage
Yeah.
it.
Jo does get one himself. So this is a matchup that we've seen in the past, the Juggernaut versus the Queen of Pain mid. In theory, you could use your spin to dodge the dagger, but in actuality, the cooldown of the level 1 Blade Flurry is just too long to actually make it a feasible plan.
I think you rather just get healing ward and just use the mana for healing ward.
Yeah, I think so as well. And the other thing is, basically, Jo has no killing capability over the Queen of Pain, right? Unless the Queen of Pain blinks in for whatever reason. So, how does Juggernaut win this matchup? Well, I guess this is how Rappy's going to stand here and harass.
But you don't really want to win the matchup, I think. As long as you're farming, I think the Queen of Pain is losing. Anything you break even is good for the jug. Because all you need to do is just make sure she doesn't kill you, and you get your farm. Because you have much better sustain with the healing ward. So I think as long as that happens for him, he's fine.
Oh, Rappy, body blocking coming out here, and that's going to be first blood, going to jail. Queen of Pain showed that she had dagger, and Deny's going to come out. Yeah, she used dagger, and she wasn't level 2 at that point, so...
She was like one creep away from level 2.
Yeah.
And Juggernaut had a lot of denies because Elder Titan was in the lane earlier,
Right.
like pushing the queen back.
Very, very good recognition of the situation. Just not letting her turn that level 2 and then getting the quick kill. So now the lane is officially won for Team Rave.
Well, I wouldn't say one yet, but he does have a significant advantage
I mean,
of right now.
like you said earlier, as long as you're getting farm, you're fine, right? Now you're even getting
Yeah.
the first blood. It's pretty good stuff. On the bottom lane, looks like they have successfully forced away the Darkseer, at least for now. Darkseer could arguably have a good matchup in this lane, but Witch Doctor also doing a lot of zoning earlier on to make Darkseer's life.
His sentry placement is not actually very good at the bottom lane. You see the Darkseer sentry?
Mm-hmm. Normally, you want to place it like closer to here.
Yeah, this area, like somewhere around this area. So you actually cover. I mean, obviously, if you place it there, there are downsides of it because you can't. Sometimes the team they place a ward around this area, the corner, the right corner.
Lots of juking, but looks like Kirito's gonna have a little bit of trouble to get that last kill. He does have boots of speed.
Boost.
Yeah, he's gonna chase down double damage. We're gonna see a little bit of juice around the trees. Riora's gonna TP in, and that'll be the end. The Cascade is gonna fly out. Kirito has no more mana left, so he's a big melee creep. But that's gonna be good enough to zone the Witch Doctor back out.
He's more than a melee creep, dude. DD.
He's a big melee creep. He's a crazy melee creep. Kirito still walking around, looking for kills. And it looks like Rappy's gonna go up top. The Axe, I think, was jungling most of the time and suicided to neutrals. But that was pretty much it.
I wish he had a Wyvern for that.
And a lot of stacks.
Man, I'm gonna get someone to try. Like, you need one friend to do
Yeah,
that.
I'll be a Wyvern. I'll do that. That sounds like
That
fun.
shit's so fun.
Yeah, it is. I agree. Shaker's still running around. So, what exactly is the timing for Team Rave? Obviously, Blink Dagger is a big plan, but how do you normally transition if you're playing like a mid Juggernaut? Do you play him similarly like a safe lane gyrocopter? You just like look for those ganks.
I think that you just play him like the way TNC plays him. They don't go like battle free, you know. They go for like mental diffuse, like fighting items. You help your team more. But Jo is more like Jo. He's a carry.
Yeah.
Like he likes to make sure that he gets a lot of farm. He gets a lot of items, and he farms as efficiently as he can. So I'm not sure if he will go down the same route that TNC uses when they do Juggernaut mid.
Well, I think a lot of
My
it
ex-
will also depends what the Faceless Void is doing, right? If Faceless Void is
yeah,
going to be playing a little bit more of the utility role, then they do expect the
you think
Juggernaut to
so?
be. Well, it
Safe lane,
depends.
what? Utility roll?
Well,
Oh,
Safe Lane
they
Void
missed
just
the stuff.
maybe get the item a
Oh,
little bit quicker.
oh, bash! Okay, he's good.
Jumping
Is he?
forward, one more hit. The briefcase not landing here, and MB coming in. They do get the one kill. I was also looking in the mid lane here as they were going on Jo. Jo had a regen rune bottle, so he ran away from the gank and healed back up.
Oh, he's still falling behind quite a bit though after getting a first blood. Look at the CS.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have healing ward. Okay. He took 1 point in stats. Not a fan of it against Queen. I'd rather have healing ward, honestly.
He does have the bottle, and he's been lucky enough getting the regen rune, so so
He
far
got
he's
a
okay.
regen.
Yeah.
Top
Top
lane,
lane though, Ryo in lot of trouble. He does have a lot of creeps, which is normally bad, but for Axe it's actually okay. Kind of
He's
juking
there.
around. He's maybe waiting
Oh.
for a Berserker Call cooldown. Here comes Kirito trying to block him in. He will get the block in, but who's actually blocking who? The spins are not coming out. The RNG, not in the Axe's favor.
Yep. So the next thing I want to talk about, you were asking me about the timings. So basically, obviously, their timings right now is just the blink. It's mainly the blink on X and the Void's chrono, because only these two heroes can create tempo. Elder Titan's tempo is not so reliable, because you have to rely on a lot of things to happen so that you can land your stomp. But
All right.
dude, look at this ward. Wow.
I think he pinged it himself. It's like, whoops, I misplaced it.
Whoops. Okay.
Happens. It happens. Jo is getting farm now, I guess. He's just spinning it against the creep wave. One thing they are doing extremely well, Team Rave, is that they're actually controlling every single rune, every single minute, or every single time it spawns. So, I think ACA has maybe got like 2 runes so far in the whole game. The double damage on their Earthshaker and Darkseer's bounty rune, and that's pretty much it. Apart from that, Rave's gotten every single one.
Yeah. They just managed to control the runes better overall. Because Earthshaker, he was forced back to base before. He was like the roaming hero for them, but he went back to base. Remember the kill at top
Mhm.
against the Axe? After that, he went back to base, so he wasn't able to help get the rune. Yeah, but timing-wise, both teams' tempo is not really that fast. You know, this game is gonna be a slower paced game. Because if you look at Acion Arena's lineup, they want to get ultimates on the Disruptor. Darkseid needs a lot of levels to be effective. So the one person that can move the 2 person that can move is their 2 cores, the Queen and the Slark. I think pretty much Earthshaker already did his job. He was roaming a bit in the early game, helping mid slightly. Not sure if he got any stacks done. Nope, no stacks. Just got a kill at top. So basically, when Queen has ultimate, she'll be looking to rotate. That's like one of their tempos, and the second tempo is the Slark. Because usually when you play Slark, you want to farm in their enemy side of the map. That's why the hero is actually very, very good. If you use the hero to farm, safe lane farm, when you have levels and a bit of basic items, you're basically, in my opinion, wasting the hero. Because he's a carry that is very hard to kill. So if you're farming the enemy side of the map, you're taking away farm from the enemy. And you're giving more space to your team. In my opinion, that's the way that you should play the hero.
Well, for now, he's got himself the Hand of Midas, and he's probably gonna...
That probably will happen like during the point where he actually gets enough item, like a Treads Aquila and maybe one more, like maybe a Bracer,
Sure.
level 8, level 9, maybe close to 10. Then you start to move to the enemy side of the map. You know, like Klings, like how people play Klings. You get some items, some levels, then you move, and you always play around the enemy side.
I hear you. We'll see whether he's gonna do that. The other thing I wanted to ask you is X. Normally, you know, we keep talking about how important it is for him to get a Blink Dagger, but a lot of players actually get a Vanguard first. What do you think is the reason why, in terms of the decision, like when you go Blink first, when you go Vanguard first, and in this game, which one do you think he should go first?
I think there are two reasons mostly. The first one is how good of your early game is. If you have a very good early game laning phase, then you can go for Blink first, because you can get it very fast. The other reason would probably be the state of the game, right? Sometimes even if you're having a really good early game, you might not want to finish your Vanguard. You always want your Blink first if your team needs you to help the other lanes. So I think these are the two factors that influence whether you should go Blink or Vanguard early.
And in this
And
game?
in this game I think because he's having such a bad game, you probably will go just Blink because he already died twice. I mean, one time was neutral suicide, the other time was when he ran back to the lane, he got killed by a Shaker.
It seems like earlier when you say, okay, when I have a good game, I'm gonna go Blink first, and when I have a bad game, I'll also go
Vanguard.
Blink first.
When I have a good game, I will go Vanguard.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, because the Vanguard essentially will tie you over to the Blink. You won't die anymore.
Yeah, but sometimes I will like just leave it with the ring and the stout if I feel like my team needs me to help the other lanes. Then I wouldn't complete the Vanguard. I would just leave it there. I'll complete the Vanguard after I finish my Blink first.
The other factor I think is sometimes you have such a good game that you get Blink Gold maybe when you're level 6 or level 5. And you only have like a level 2 Berserker Call, right? So yeah, even if you get the Blink, you also need your teammates' burst damage to kind of combo through, so...
Our friend has a Vanguard.
Who has a Vanguard? X?
Oh my god, he doesn't... Okay, that guy just made a really big mistake.
Oh,
He was
sorry.
baiting, then he was baiting really hard, and he was so low. Then Boy was thinking about it because Slark can actually pop Shadow Dance before the chrono comes, and it's gonna waste the chrono. But he was slow with that. He was trying to bait because his teammates were coming in,
I see.
and Void has a Vanguard. I was
Alright.
talking about that.
You gotta yell at me, man, because I totally did not catch that fight. I was just looking at Ash the whole time.
Ash! Oh my god!
He's got another jump. He's not gonna go for it. Alright, so Vanguard first. Are we gonna see Radiance?
Don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of the Radiance build, but usually when they go Vanguard, they'll go Radiance. That's like the build, because you make yourself tanky, and if you keep burning with the enemy with the Radiance damage, you deal a lot of damage progressively in team fights.
Yeah, and it's hard to focus you down because you got Vanguard and Time Walk, so we will see if...
I'm still not a fan of it. I'm more of a fan of the other builds. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, just I like the other builds more. This build is more of like make sure you're very hard to kill.
Well, I think in this game it has merits as well because there's an Elder Titan. Like the aura is gonna allow you to even do more damage. Yeah, and then you're gonna... I mean, the fact that he's running around the team fight is gonna be fairly difficult for AC to deal with. Especially for heroes like Disruptor and Shaker. These heroes, they aren't really sturdy, right? Like, you run up them, hit them a couple times, and they will just die to the Radiance.
Well, I guess that's true, but I mean, solo killing potential, you don't have that much potential because you don't have attack speed.
Yeah.
If you go for that build, you have very little attack speed.
Just bash, man. It's okay. Maybe he'll go Echo Saber.
According to math calculations, you need more attack speed to bash.
According to math calculation.
Okay,
Alright.
According to Ming Lee's calculations.
Damn. This is the BTS Ming Lee coverage. That's at least how I titled it in Dota TV. So what exactly is ACA waiting for? You talked about how their timing is pretty slow, you know?
Both teams are slow,
So we're gonna just farm around for a long time, I guess?
AA has their first tempo right now. They have the Disruptor ultimate, so I imagine they'll move soon.
Okay.
I talked about the tempo.
Yeah.
Their tempo is the level 6 on the Disruptor, and when you have cooldowns on Queen of Pain, your Sonic Wave. Well, he has a Veil on Queen of Pain, by the way.
Alright, Fissure. Oh, the smoke broke in the wrong time.
I think that was the Disrupt. I don't know, miscommunication. The Disruptor walked forward a little too quick, so the Juggernaut spin when he saw the Disruptor.
Right. And in fact, it's going to be Radiant doing a counter smoke of their own. Oh, the smoke pop a little bit early. Elder Titan won't join in, but they do have the first blink.
Yeah, might be on purpose.
Easy blink, that's going to be a call. Do they have the follow-up? The casket's going to fly out. Earth Splitter's going to get dropped as well. He's going to be able to blink away.
Oh, they didn't chain that.
Yeah.
They didn't chain it. Good enough.
Lots of mistake coming out. In fact, the glimpse, well, Fissure's gonna hit. And that'll be it. Oh, no, that's gonna be a secondary blink call. The Static Storm is gonna be on top now. And G gonna be in a lot of trouble. They do actually blow up the Earthshaker as well. 2-for-1 exchange. I think Rave is gonna be fairly happy with that one.
Oh, that was so close to being a disaster. Oh my god. The Disruptor reacted he almost reacted in time to actually stop the call.
Yeah, if he did,
But-
that would have been huge.
Yeah, that would have been actually super big if he actually did that. But nice try. He was actually ready for that, but just a little too slow. But overall, good trade for Rave, like you mentioned. That was supposed to be AA's tempo with the Disruptor ultimate plus the Queen ultimate. But right now, Rave still has tempo because they have the blink on X still. So AA have to be very careful about the X rotations, and they have Chronosphere. So he's
Yeah.
rightfully doing so, going to the lane that has kill potential with Chronosphere. And he's actually going Vanguard into Diffuser or Yasha, either one of those. He's
Yeah.
not going Radiance.
And you like either one of those as well, right? Just basically some
Yeah.
right-click damage that will allow
Attacks.
you to kill people.
Let's see, Diffuser or Yasha. I mean, both is great, I think. Both are great. If you're anticipating a silence and Orchid from Queen, you might consider going Manta, but because there's no Orchid from Queen this game, you might just go Diffuser.
Yeah, in fact, Queen is going to
Top
be
lane.
going towards Aghanims. Top lane, the fight's going to be happening right there. Looks like Glimpse Away. They do get Rappy as well, but the spin will actually get rid of the Glimpse Away. Fly Slow in a lot of trouble. He drops the Static Storm, and that's going to zone him away. Chronosphere is available. It's going to get the 2 supports. They're going to focus down on 5 solo first, now focusing down on the Earthshaker. And that should be a very easy kill. He magic sticks. He's trying to juke. Actually, might not be the easiest kill. He jukes right, jukes up, jukes left. Enchant Totem's going to be there. Slark is thinking about coming in, but nah, he's going to just leave his support to die. Geo picks up yet another kill for the team, and he's 3-0-2 already.
Yeah, he's very active, like making sure that he joins every fight. That's what you want to do. He's not actually getting the battle, like rushing the battlefield. He's going he went drums first. Has a lot of movement speed. That's why the Earthshaker knew he was screwed there, because they had much more movement speed than him. So
Alright.
after this, I wonder if he's actually going to go back for Battle Fury, or he just sticks to fighting items.
I mean, Battle Fury is not that bad, especially if you're getting it through kills, right?
Yeah. Battle Fury is always good, I think. If you feel you can actually drag the game long enough to actually, because if you look at their cores right on Rave, Juggernaut, Void, and the way they are playing the Void especially, their late game is actually, I think, stronger than AA's late game. AA has very good team fight, very good split push, but their late game is not as good, I think, because it's only Slug. Queen is not that great late game compared to the Void or the Juggernaut.
Especially if she's going for this build. Normally when you think about late game co-op, you think of like Orchid into Assault Cuirass, maybe into Hex, but
I mean, this build helps the Disruptor and the Earthshaker.
right.
Plus, but doesn't scale well into the late game.
Well, it looks like we're going to see a little bit of tower trading here. Rave is going to take the mid-tier 1 tower for free, or maybe not for free. Here comes a Slark. They don't have any detection available just yet. Now there is detection running into Sentry Ward. Well, he gets Blink called. The stun is going to hit. Ooh, but they don't know where it actually is, so... And that's going to be it for the engagement. Meanwhile, ACA got the bottom tower, and looks like they're smoked up themselves. I really wanted to ask you about the Veil and the Queen of Pain, but these two teams are fighting non-stop. Derp reveals the smoke. Everybody sees each other, but they just don't want to go. Looks like there was a glimpse of some sort. They're going to go on Derp. Derp's going to eat the full ultimate. He's going to be dead. Chronosphere is not available. It is. And it's going to drop it on the Queen of Pain. The Earth Splitter is going to come through as well. Queen of Pain taking so much damage. And it looks like she's going to die barely, though. Meanwhile, it looks like Slark is going to be a little bit trouble. Echo Slam's going to come in. A ton of damage. MB's going to actually jump away from the fissure. Now they're going to focus on Jo. Jo drops a healing ward. He's going to be fine. Slark's still doing a little bit of damage against Rappy. Rappy's going to be dead for sure. He's trying to clap. No clap, though. MB chases away. Forces a TP. At the end of the day, that was a 3-for-2, I think. That was ACA advantage. With that said, the Rave did have both of their cores survive.
Yep, 3-for-2. So ACA advantage. But
Actually, Newbie, or NB, sorry, he doesn't have any more mana. No, he pops a magic wand and jumps away. Could have been a kill.
yep, so it's a diffuser on Void. That was a pretty good chrono into Earth Splitter, but Slug was able to, like, he went into the fight, he took damage, he went out, and then he was able to regenerate and come back. So if you talk about fights that last long, definitely it's going to favor the Slug. The chrono actually didn't. It looked really good, but I thought Rave was gonna like take the fight, but they didn't have enough like lockdown because he was just level 1 aftershock. So he remember the Void actually jumped out from the fissure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that was a higher level of Shaker, Void dies, that fight would have even been worse for Rave.
Yeah, the other thing about Rave is that without Witch Doctor, even if you get a very good chrono, they right now don't have the burst damage to back up that Chronosphere. Like you said, the Earth Splitter was really good, but they're looking for like a big Witch Doctor ult. And it was very important for ACA to actually kill the Witch Doctor first.
And they have more items on the jug especially, but he went Yasha, so he's actually not gonna go battle free any. I don't know if he's actually gonna delay it or still just entirely skip it, but we see Slark here trying to set up on bottom lane.
Now he sees a couple of heroes and really can't go for the kill anymore. Shadowblade's gonna run out as well, and that'll be the end of that.
They're still pushing the lane. They're using the map very well. The Queen is at top. They have Darkseer pushing out mid. That's the advantage of their heroes. Darkseer really good at pushing out lanes. Slark as well. Queen of Pain. All their heroes push out lanes very quickly. Whereas for Rave, yeah, they're not going to be able to push lanes as quick.
Oh, solo kill potential. It's going to get the 1 kill, but he's going to get called, and he will get Earth Splitting up as well. But he should be able to have his ultimate ready. He pops the ultimate. No! He's dead. Huge ultimate coming out here from the Queen of Pain, trying to burst him down. There's a callback as well here against Rio. Rio's dead. Alright, is the fight going to be over? JL still wants to fight. He doesn't have his ultimate anymore. In fact, he's still chasing. He knows Voids is coming in. Jump forward. Rizen's going to get bashed up. Vacuum Wall's going to be onto 2 right now. The spin doing quite a bit of damage. Fissure is pretty good against DB Static Storm. Even better, but he jumps away. Is able to walk back. No, he actually gets going back in here with a glimpse. That's a big key pick off here for Team ACA. Rappy's going to stun people up and TP out, but big win here for Team ACA.
Oh my god, that fight was like he tried to save the corner though, and then fight didn't go so well.
I mean, he could have got a 1-man chrono, but again, getting the 1-man chrono won't do anything. They have no damage.
I mean, they would have at least killed one more hero. What's the one of the, I can't remember who was it.
Darkseer, I think.
Yeah, it was the guy. Yeah, it was Darkseer. Yeah, it was Darkseer.
I'm not sure if they killed Darkseer though. Like, Witch Doctor wasn't there, was he?
Yeah, it would have been quite questionable if they actually get the kill, because not every one of their team was there.
Right.
They were not in good position yet.
So yeah, let's talk about the Veil on the Queen of Pain. Obviously, her ultimate does pure damage. Would not get amplified by the...
Just for the teammates. I mentioned this just now. For helping the Disruptor, Darkseer, Earthshaker.
But
all these 3 heroes benefit a lot from the Veil.
Wouldn't you make the argument that something like the standard Orchid would be so good here against
I'm not saying it's good, but I'm just telling you why you think this.
Alright, fair enough, fair enough. So
I personally don't like it if you ask me.
Alright, okay. Well, so far it's actually been pretty good. I think the extra int, it's also not bad for...
What? I mean, you're getting bonus spell damage because you have more intelligence.
And then you even have the magic weakness on top of that. So I was actually thinking about this the other day. There's actually no reason not to trust swap to int now when you're casting spells.
Yeah, no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually just very small, dude. Like, it's not a big deal.
It's not even 1%, but whatever. You should have already swapped for the mono cost. But,
for heroes like Pugma, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Alright, Team Rave going for the Roshan. There's a scan on top of the Roshan pit. I'm not sure if they read the patch change. Well, they will scan the Witch Doctor that was standing directly outside of it. They now know it's happening. And Roshan, the new one, it's actually fairly tanky. They won't do it in time.
Remember I told you players keep misreading how fast you can do Roshan now, even if you have a DD. Yeah, because of the Roshan change, players need time to actually get used to this. You think you can do the Roshan, but you can't.
Lots of Central Ward being dropped on the map here. Rave want to take a fight, but Slark says, you know what, I'm going to just back to tier 1 tower.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
They're going to defend.
Not just defending, they want to look for a fight. Berserker's Call, that's going to hit here on Risen. Chronosphere is available, and they will just do the 1-man chrono to commit for the kill. Meg is available. Oh, that's going to prevent the dunk.
They wasted the chrono for sure. They don't need the chrono.
You think so?
Because he has diffuser. how is the Darkseer?
Diffuse a surge, I see.
Yeah, Darkseer is dead for sure.
Okay.
100% dead.
Maybe they were expecting a little bit more backup, but not in that area.
And then you want to save the chrono, right, for the back.
Fair enough,
It
fair
still,
enough.
it still doesn't make sense. If you're expecting more, then you have to save spells for the rest. You can't blow all your spells on one hero.
Okay. I'm just saying, maybe that's what they think. I don't agree with it either. It's the same thing as the Veil, you know? Alright, Queen of Pain going for full spell damage. What do you think's next? Are we going to see something crazy like Ethereal Blade?
Ethereal Blade is quite good this game against Void. But he has
And
Diffuser.
Juggernaut.
Void is like whatever. He has Diffuser. He's just good. Maybe it can help against Omni Slash. But it seems like Jug is going to go back for Battle Fury. He's saving a lot of gold. He's thinking about what he wants to get. Because the game is looking like it's going to go for a long run. So if you're expecting the game to drag out long, you want Battle Fury to
Ooh.
actually help you.
BKB.
What did he get? What? Serious? How is this even correct?
Well, he saw the magic weakness aura, right?
This can't be correct.
I mean,
What?
honestly
Is
though, like
Is that
when
an
he
Orchid? No.
when he's BKB'd up, like there's very little that could actually kill him, right? Apart from the Queen of Pain ult.
Yeah, but you're not expecting to. You don't want to fight that much, right? Right now, because it's like you need to deal with because the enemy is like pushing all your lanes out
Oh,
constantly.
Jail might be in a little bit of trouble. Ultimate's gonna get dropped, and well, Jail's dead. Well, the other thing against BKB is, or against the Storm is BKB, right?
Yeah, but then I understand, but not now. I don't know.
The
I
next
think
item.
this BKB. Yeah, this BKB is way too early.
I see.
You remember when your friend Jackie Mao said getting BKB too early is game losing?
Sometimes getting BKB at all is game losing, according to Jackie Mao.
Did he say that? I thought he said getting it too early was game losing.
Yeah. Well, I just said that because he never gets BKB. Mid lane looks like
Oh,
we're
no?
gonna see a jump against Rio. Rio is gonna be dead. I say that though, he actually dodges away. He's juking around left and right. Finally he dies, but the ultimate doing so much damage against the Slark. Slark jumps away. Meanwhile on the back line here, there's a chase against MB. MB jumps right. He's gonna be okay as well. Slark regenning here on the left side of the fight. They keep on going back in. Looks like Witch Doctor is dead. This Queen of Pain doing quite a bit of work, but out of mana to do a little bit more. End of the fight, it's 3-0. It looks like ACA could continue and push for a tier 2 tower.
They initiated when Jug was down. That was already quite weird. Jug was like not even remotely close to respawning. He had like another 20 seconds more, and then they initiated with
You're
Chrono.
saying that Rave initiated?
Yeah, Rave initiated. I mean, at the same time.
Yeah, we were watching, I guess, different parts
Almost
of the
the
fight.
same. He tried to solo kill, I guess, the Earthshaker, but he couldn't kill the Shaker.
Oh, Jail already used a spin. He does have his ultimate
Oops.
available. There's a
It's-
glimpse back. Oh, he actually uses his ultimate to kind of destroy the spin. Meanwhile, we do get a one call. The Storm not going to be fast enough, and here comes MB. Fly solo tries to TP out. No luck there, and that's going to be it for the fight. Oh, actually, not over yet. Witch Doctor might be in a little bit of trouble. Now he chases around against Slark. Slark gets rid of the dust, goes invis again. And blind call? They know where he is, apparently.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah.
They do know he's somewhere around there. But
I'll run away.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
he's fine. They can't get him. It's no chrono.
So, a lot of players in this position goes Echo Saber next on Slark. I think in this game you might want a bigger item because it's more about scaling, right? Or do you think Echo Saber is a fine scaling item?
Unseen.
No, not so good. But Manta is maybe better because against the Void, you want to remove the time dilation. It actually
Yes.
screws Slug so badly.
It schools a lot of heroes so badly. It's so annoying.
Yeah. I mean, especially like Slug. Slug, Bristleback, Evoker.
Yeah. Oh, anyways, yeah. Back to the BKB. The reason why Jackie Mao says it's bad to get it early is first, if you get it early, that means you're not getting a farming item, which slows down
Yeah,
your item
that
progression.
is why I'm talking about the
Yeah,
Battle
yeah,
Fury.
I- The other thing is when you get the BKB early, by the time that the big fights happen, where Raxes are in question, your BKB is like 5-6 seconds. It's not a full fresh 10-second BKB.
Exactly. That's why getting it too early is a mistake.
Well, it's very risky. Sometimes it's I think
It's
the
mostly
Chinese
gonna
teams-
be it's mostly gonna be a mistake. I think sometimes it might pay off, sometimes, but not. I see it like being a mistake more than paying off in most cases.
The Chinese teams are actually notorious for getting early BKBs, especially like on DKs.
Yeah, but
they're pushing with it, you know. They're looking
Depends
to,
on what hero. They don't do it in Juggernaut.
Yeah. Oh, can they get off the call? They will get it off. His ultimate is helping him alive right now, but not that much. He actually jumps, but will not make it out. This combination is exceptional, like we pointed out in the drafting phase. Even when he's his ultimate, he still have many ways to deal against it.
Oh, they still want to fight here. Because all the both the ultimates are down. They still have Omni Slash though, I'm not sure. They're setting A is like setting up for this fight. Maybe they want to buy back the slot to fight.
Ooh, what is happening in these trees? It's so close. It's so close. Queen of It blinks back in. They see each other right now. The fight's gonna break out. And exactly what's happening? It's the AoE combo that's happening. 3 dead immediately on ACA. Meanwhile, jumping forward, Fly Solo is going to be dead as well. Sonic Wave is going to be good, but now she's out of blink. She's going to be dead as well. ACA essentially throws away the fight that they never had to fight. Oh. Okay, he has no mana to jump. Yeah, he's going to be dead as well. He buys a big game before dying.
What is going on? Why are they fighting 4v5? Even though Chrono and Earth Splitter is down, but then there's still 3 other like, I don't know, man. If they got the jump first, yeah. I guess they didn't expect the Axe to be next to them. They were trying to vacuum into Earthshaker combo. And then they got caught. I mean, actually the more I think about it, they had a pretty good plan. It was just like the Axe was just... I mean, it was a good plan, but it was very risky.
It's also a good plan in the sense that Rave probably won't even expect it, because...
Yeah, they won't expect it. But then it's like, you're Rave, right? You look at the top lane and middle lane, no one is actually farming. So, what else are they trying to do?
Well, maybe they're like all standing behind the tier 2 looking to defend, you know, or maybe farming in the jungle. I think that's the last thing they would expect, is like, hey, they're gonna fight us now.
It's not something that you expect for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea, the more I think about it, the idea is actually solid. It's a solid idea.
That's actually like, you know, something that you think like the Xiao's and the puppies would do. Like, it's like, what? It makes no sense, but it's so smart. But
yeah.
Didn't work out.
They lost so much ground because they didn't work out.
Okay, so before Queen of Pain got the BKB, I was actually gonna throw out the idea of Refresh Orb as a next possible item on Queen of Pain. If you're gonna play this kind of spell-heavy Queen of Pain, do you think that's like something that will allow you to continue scaling into the game?
After you mean after which
basically
item?
After Veil Aghanim's, you go Refresher, or is that too mana intensive? I think it is.
I don't like it that early. Maybe one more item. Like you can delay it one more item.
Yeah, one more in item, I guess.
Maybe after your Shivas.
Sure.
Shivas is pretty good this game. The top lane.
Yeah.
This is the solo kill potential with the Diffuser Manta.
Oh, it is pretty
strong.
good.
Yep, it's super strong. I think this is the first time I've seen people do it after the Vanguard. Usually people just get Diffuser Manta, or even they get a Midas first. I think for me it's the first time I see Vanguard into Diffuser Manta.
I think maybe he got the Vanguard against this lineup in particular as well, because you're trying to survive against Storm and Queen of Pain, right? Like there's a lot of damage that's coming your way.
There's a very good reasoning behind his build for this game.
Yeah, I like it. Now, you said that ACA lost a lot of ground after that fight. By no means the game is over, right? Because I feel like they could still fight their way back into this game.
Yeah, they can, because they have quite good team fight with the vacuum into Earthshaker plus Disruptor Ultimate. But the longer the game goes, as I mentioned before, Rave has much better cores in my opinion. Jugger and Void, because of the way they build the Void, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Void is essentially a DPS hero now.
Yep.
And then they have Elder Titan, which is very, very powerful in the game.
I think actually Elder Titan is one of the strongest late game supports. Although a lot of people don't think of him as a traditional support, like stuns and nukes and whatnot. But
late game supports that are super strong. I would say like maybe even certain supports like even like AA can be very good in specific scenarios.
Right.
Or Ice Blast, late game Ice Blast.
Yeah, I would rank Venge pretty high up there.
Yeah, Revenge is also pretty strong.
Yeah.
Late game.
Lion's pretty good. But to me, Elder Titan, like... Oh, mid lane looks like we see Echo Slam into the full AoE combo. They do get the kill. Unfortunately, This is where Earth... Oh, no, they want to fight this. It's going to be a two-man call. Earth Splitter on top. The Storm, though, not going to be enough. ACG pops a BKB to turn around Derp again. It's going to get brought down. In fact, I think they're going to chase a little bit. Here comes the Slark coming in. Chronosphere is going to be available. In fact, does he do enough damage? That's a question. Focusing on the Queen of Pain. There's going to be yet another clap to come through. It's going to stun against the Slark. But Slark now fighting. He wants a little bit more. He's going to get Reor. Can they get more? That's the question. Risen links in as well. I think there was an item being dropped on the ground. It was a soul ring. Oh, gem being...
They took the gem. They
yeah.
took the gem.
Who had the gem to begin with?
Not sure. I think the Shaker. I wasn't paying attention as well.
And that should be it. So, a couple of things from that in that team fight. We definitely could see that ACA, under the right scenario, could take a lead in a team fight just simply because they have so much team fight and burst. But at the same time, this Elder Titan is becoming more and more annoying as the game drags on.
I think it also depends on like the way they initiate though. Like Elder Titan can be annoying, but he's at the same time, he's relying on the chrono to be good, the call to be good, and you're a slug, so you can easily go behind and actually kill the Elder Titan.
Sure.
And wish not. I think that's like his primary goal in the team fights.
Well, maybe not anymore now. Elder Titan's got himself a Yule Scepter, so he could use the Slark instead of a Stomp, or he could use himself.
I'm thinking it's a good idea to get Diffuser on Slug, if that's the case. You don't see that often. Oh, they got a call?
Yeah, that's going to be a dead Slark. Well, maybe not.
Most like.
Jump away.
Oh, they don't have chrono, okay.
Well, yeah, he's dead.
Time dilation, dude. That's why you need like Manta or Diffuser for that.
Okay, so normally I really like IF Scotty on Slark, but maybe not this game. Because if you look at him right now, he's got 16 base armor. Guess what he'll have when he stands next?
Yeah, against Elder Titan.
He has 0. So, as odd as it sounds, do you think something like AC might be better?
No, I think his issue is not that right now. It says he's dying because of the time dilation. That was what.
Okay, so something like Manta or Diffuser, like you mentioned.
I like Manta or Diffuser on him.
Well,
maybe Manta.
Also,
maybe
it's not
Manta.
that too. Like, he just gets called, right? Like, there's nothing he could do about that.
Yeah, but then it doesn't matter if you get called. Whatever you have against the Alana, you still die. That's what you have to avoid. Like, the reason he got called was because he also he was going in as well, so it doesn't matter what items you have.
Yeah, that's more just like a play aspect.
Like, yeah, it's not really avoidable for him if he's going in. But I think overall right now, the last few fights, the Jug didn't even need the BKB, so he could have had a lot more fun than this. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree. Yo, this Queen of Pain having a lot of trouble. No bash. Well, Surge is gonna help out the Queen of Pain. Unfortunately, Ryzen is not gonna be able to help himself out. The other very nice thing, as we saw in that last engagement about this build, is you chrono, and even a Queen of Pain will run out of mana when you have 3 illusions draining them so fast.
Yeah, if she doesn't have BKB activated, she's just gonna die.
Yeah.
To the feedback.
Jail now pushing the mid. It seems like Rave is essentially walking all over the map, getting whatever they want, whenever they want. Pretty easily too.
It all started from the fight where like Acion are the bottom fight. They were like in very good control of the game before that. But after that fight, everything is just not going too well anymore. That fight actually lost them so much momentum.
Well, as it stands right now, the goal graph is actually dead even. But Rave got all the momentum behind them, and they're coming in. Now, Queen of Pain does have the axe, could blow it up, could use it to blow up the next creep wave if she wants to do so. Okay, about initiating now.
Oh, they still have Aegis on Juggernaut.
So they got themselves essentially a free tier 3. Not bad.
Are they waiting for any big items? Let's see. No, I don't think so. Void has level 2 Diffusal after his BKB.
Okay. Jail's got himself a Diffusal as well.
Axe doesn't have anything else. But he's like in a pretty weird spot for the Axe. Not sure what he can go next.
Axe?
Yeah, maybe Shiva's.
Yeah,
more
Shiva's.
arm.
I'm a big fan of Lotus Orb on Axe as well.
Escape? Probably not this. Oh?
Yeah, probably not this game. Like as a general item, if it's good for the game.
Maybe Crimson would be nice too.
Sure.
Crimson or Shivas. Yeah, I think both are good choice for him. Elder Titan is going for Aether
Aether
Lens,
Lens,
which
yeah.
is like
Time is money.
I think this item is like one of the best items for the hero.
Or maybe not. He's got himself a Ring of Health. Oh no, excuse me. That also builds an Aether Lens. Just kidding.
Dude.
The new Lotus also has the exact same thing. That's why I got
Dude.
confused.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It's Aether Lens.
Yeah, it is Aether Lens. No, you're right, you're right. I just find it odd. If you know you're going to build Aether Lens, you don't select Tranquil, you know? On Elder Titan. Especially on Elder Titan. You need the mana early.
I mean, Tranquils is still good because his spirit actually moves as fast as the
that
hero.
is true. That is true.
So movement speed is good for your Astral Spirit.
Mid
Yep.
towers.
And it's moving in fast.
And look
Meanwhile-
at that! Look at that thing.
Yeah. Chronosphere is
Holy
only going to
shit.
be fly solo. It's dead. And so is the Rax. I mean, they need to go right now. Darkseer looking for the initiation. Meanwhile, on the back line, it's going to be Slark, but Slark dead immediately. They do drop off a huge combo, and Echo Slam's going to be on top of that as well, but it's not going to be enough. The Axe doing so much work. The Diffusal Blade shutting down the Ghost Scepter as well. Queen of Blood blinks forward, does get the one kill. That's going to be a buyback coming in from Shaker, but I think she's going to be dead as well. TP is going to be completed. I'm not sure if he actually wants to be in their Enchant Totem. Focusing on Jo. Jo still got the Asia, so I don't think he even cares. Kirito's going to have to blink himself out. Alright, they did get the one kill. The question is, can they get the second? Okay, Slark's back in as well. Did Slark also buy back?
Yep, they brought back 3 heroes. The Slug, the Queen, and the Earthshaker.
Well, okay, so... I mean, they won the team fight, but that's the wreck, so...
Still worth it. Still worth. I mean, worth it for Rave. They forced 3 buybacks. They got the melee racks.
Yeah.
They lost 3 heroes. I think it was I think Witch Doctor died as well. 4 heroes probably. Plus the
Yeah.
Aegis 5, but
Witch
it
Doctor
was
died.
okay.
So now you just go the other direction and try to push as hard as you can. I mean, all the ultimates are down. If you're ACA.
Yeah, but their own ultimates are down too, like the Earthshaker. that is like a huge source of damage with the vacuum.
That is true. Although in that last fight, I'm not exactly sure how much it did, as all of the Radiant heroes are BKB'd up.
What is he getting? Is he getting a Vanguard?
Who?
So that he builds a pistol?
Radiant's mid tower
On the
is
Slug?
land.
Heart?
Serious, huh?
Radiant's mid towers get
I don't know, man. It's
I mean,
weird.
Abyssal's not terrible.
Yeah, but I think that's not his problem right now.
Yeah, his problem is actually just surviving the fights. Which makes me think Heart in the first place. But Heart doesn't help you that much against Elder Titan either. Like, because he does percentage damage on his ult.
I'm pretty sure this is not good. But
I mean, okay, I think what we agreed on earlier is the items is not the problem. Because he's in a situation there's not really a one or good 2 items that he could get to solve all the problems. Like,
yeah, but those items that we talked about are definitely better than the
yeah,
items
I
that-
agree with that. But I think the most important factor for him is to like his positioning fights, and you know the spells that he needs to dodge.
Oh, the Queen might be dead. Oh my
It's
god, I
good.
thought he was just gonna jump over and catch him there because the smoke broke.
Well, Rave is just gonna wait for the next Roche, right? There's no need to really hurry with anything.
That's like the safest route. Like, whoa, shit, it's a Vanguard. Uh, not sure if I'm even still watching Dota nowadays. Sometimes.
Winter, you are in fact watching C Dota right now.
I mean, it's good to help him like against the void and stuff, but the build up is just weird. The way he built the hero.
Holy shoot! MV tried to jump around and almost dropped the chrono, but he would have been stuck in the trees.
If only Chrono allowed you to have, you know.
He could have mantled himself out of the trees if you believed,
If he
But-
believes.
but he didn't believe, so he didn't drop the chrono. The real man plays to drop the chrono and then manta, and then see what happens.
And then get stuck in a tree.
With the chrono.
Get
down.
laughed around. Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's a real man play, man, because there's this big risk.
That's not even a Jackie Mao play.
Who said Jackie Mao was a big man? Exactly. Team Rave waiting for the next Roshan, being ultra patient because they can.
He's one of the few carries that farms like to his
Oh, yeah.
unit though. Honestly,
No, definitely like on the farming scale, like in terms of the risk he takes, you could say Jackie Ma's a big man. But a lot of times, you know how like the ACA team fight earlier?
no,
Like-
he's a big man with the Rave Fist. Oh my god, Ninja Boogie.
Yeah.
Vanguard
Initiation.
saving lives.
No.
Vanguard saving lives.
Not enough. But the ultimate though, Earthsplitter's not gonna hit anybody. They do actually get the Earthshaker immediately. JO, BK beat up as well. Right now it's 1-for-1. Kandar trade. Or chase. No. They'll be happy that they won a fight. Anyways, I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh,
Just
Jackie Ma
talking
being a
about-
big man with Divine Rapiers.
Just talking about random Dota stuff.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult for AA to win the game right now. Because essentially, I talked about how they are supposed to have map control, and they lost all of it because they had Darkseer, Slark, Queen of Pain. You should be able to push lanes and, you know, make sure that you control the map much better than this. And you have GPS system with Slark.
GPS system, I like it. I mean,
Slark Zeus.
that
Fuck
one
Zeus.
fight, that one fight on the bottom had a lot to do with it, but the other part was Rave just kept ganking them. Like the solo Void Pickoff. This build was so good for this game, right? Because you could pick
Yeah,
the Queen, you could pick the
it all
Darkseer.
It all started off from the bottom fight when they lost control of the game. Like, you
Yeah.
lose control of the map. But it is actually a Lotus Up on X, like you said. So what does it help against?
Nothing.
No, there's a Hex. Yeah, Queen has a Hex now, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but when he was building it, there was no Hex.
Maybe he thought there was gonna be a Hex coming from Queen.
Probably.
And the build up is like, you get a plate mail first, right? So,
Yeah.
and then you see whatever item you need. If you don't need the Lotus, you can go Shivas. But when you see a Hex, then, oh, okay, I'll get a Lotus. That's the flexibility of the build up for the hero. Roshan's up, so
Yeah.
they just need to scout it and, you know, go grab it.
Are you scared at all if you're Rave? It's like, okay, Roche is up, let's go take it. I mean, you are up against like
Why am I?
Storm and Shaker. Shouldn't he be scared walking in and doing Roche?
Position. You have Elder Titan. You have pretty good heroes, you know. You have Void. If
All
you're
right.
scared, then, you know,
So you're saying Rave shouldn't be scared? All 5 men into the pit.
they can just easily, not 5 men, obviously, like 1 or 2 heroes in the pit. Then you position and you scatter heroes around the pit to give vision. The standard Roshan stuff, you know. Lumi, come on.
All right, the standard stuff. Only one person in.
Radiant's top tower.
Looks like ACA is gonna give it to them. Can't take the fight.
Where's the Vlads? This boy needs some Vlads from his team.
Yeah, he's asking Witch Doctor, "Where's my Vlads?"
Asking the Axe. Oh, they are scared.
Yeah, see. They should be. The combo's strong.
They can just take a fight here. They have Chrono. And win the
but
fight.
Slark finds the Witch Doctor. That's their source of damage. Witch Doctor trying to survive. The dust is gonna keep him out. There's a call a little bit late right now. The Earth Spirit is gonna come through. Can they actually keep the Slark alive? Slark
Ooh.
jumps left, jumps right. He takes so much damage, and he's still stunned. Chronosphere on top of that, but Queen, she blinks into the Chrono. That's not what they want. The Omni slashing a ton of damage. Queen's still barely alive. Half HP jumps out. The first hit bash. The call to come through. We are setting things up. G still alive. G not alive anymore on the back line. Well, nobody's actually doing any damage now. Rizen's gonna get bashed up. He's gonna be dead. That team fight had a lot of promise. But
And then Void showed up.
Yeah.
Look at the recap. Just look at the recap how much Void did in the fight. My god, he did like, what, 80%, 70% of the damage?
a casual
Sure.
5,000. I think he did
God.
more damage than everybody on the side of ACA combined.
Yeah, that's why I've been talking about Void being better at the carry role now. He has a lot more potential with the small changes he received.
You know, like, I really hate playing against the old Void as a support, because it doesn't really matter how far behind they are. Especially in pubs, like, one team fight.
The utility Void, you mean?
No, carry Void, like the old Void.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just one team fight and he could be, like, winning the game. Just very, very hard to play against. But in this game, though, it's a lot of team fights that they want.
Yeah, they just need a Vlads, you know, things would be much better. Like the Vlads is such a huge difference. They have so many melee heroes.
Oh, Echo
Okay,
Slam on Jail.
Aegis.
Alright, they're gonna throw everything on Jail. Jail, like you said, has the Aegis. In fact, is he even dying? He's actually just right-clicking. Nope.
Load us up. Load us up.
I mean, Lotus are blocking what? I'm not sure exactly what. But yeah, no, you're right. If they had a Vlads, really, like, he wouldn't be dying at all. Earth Spirit's gonna come in and boom, the damage. Oh my god, that's Slark. You know, like I said earlier, this is why you don't pick Slark into Elder Titan. You get countered, and he hurt you, he's gonna get a Bless. As a celebratory game-winning item.
Well, it wasn't so bad though, the Slot versus this matchup. They were in a pretty good position. Look at them, they're killing their former teammates. You know this guy is a Rave player before.
Yeah, message
This
sent,
shopper.
right?
They have to jump in and kill him.
Yeah. I remember we were watching that game in the hub. TNC versus Mineski. 5-man smoke gang versus the former.
Oh, Cuckoo.
Yeah, Cuckoo.
Yeah.
They're like, that's the one they want, even though in a real game situation, that's literally not the one they want. Funny. Risen, gonna get omnied up. No, he's Yules. He's fine. Okay, he's not fine. All right, Rave will take game number 1 in a pretty convincing manner. Ever since the mid game went on, and after that one team fight, but bam, got right.
It's a pretty close game actually,
Yeah.
until that point. Slower paced game, but still a lot of stuff happening. Like the first 10 minutes was slow because just based on the heroes and what the two of the teams would want to do in the game. It's expected that we had a slow first 10 minutes, but then when they had their ultimates up, there were a lot of mistakes though. That's the issue from ACA this game. But even Rave made a lot of mistakes too. Like both of the teams made a lot of mistakes. But the biggest mistake was from ACA when they took the bottom fight. Despite losing one hero from the start, they were positioning behind, trying to backstab Rave, trying
Look,
to ambush them.
If they won that team fight, I think we would have been singing a different.
Yeah,
different
it's a
song.
very risky play, but you know, it's can't say it was wrong. It was like I was like quite surprised they did at the start, but the more I think about it, they actually had a really solid idea. It was just the execution, and they got really unlucky because Axe was standing in the same place.
All right. I hope you guys are enjoying the Sea Dota because we got a lot more coming your way. Game 2 is coming up next, and after that we have 2 more best of 3s, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. You've been watching the Summit 5 C qualifier with Winter and myself. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere, guys.